Alrighty, folks. Thank you so much for joining me here on a lovely Sunday afternoon. It's the CJ Curry Show. It's presented by PrizePicks. PrizePicks making daily fantasy sports easy, allowing you to pick up to 6 of your favorite superstars from your favorite sports. You decide whether they're going to go for more or less on their projection. You can win up to 25 times your money. And right now, they're running a special promo. You got a couple more hours to take advantage of this Steph Curry free square. Just another reason why you should be playing on PrizePicks today if you're not already. I've left a link down in the description below. Use code Curry when you make your first deposit and you'll receive up to $100 back, meaning your first entry, your first foray, so to speak, on PrizePicks is completely risk-free. Who doesn't like a free bet, right? Thanks to everybody who's joining me here. We've already got 101 people watching. Guys, we've been on a very hot run the last couple of videos, 10-2 on the picks that we ended up taking from those videos. We had 5 out of 6 slips hit. Those are double ups. We're looking for the big 6 out of 6. We're looking for the big 25x payout, but hopefully some of you guys have turned those 10 winning picks into maybe some smaller entries. Maybe you ran some 2-pick power plays. Maybe you took a few of the picks and combined them with your own picks and ended up getting a 6-pick flex hit for 25 times your money. Hopefully you did. Hopefully you didn't let those 10 winning picks from the last 2 videos go to waste. But nonetheless, we have had 2 very profitable videos the last couple of videos. So I appreciate everybody who's watching. Guys, we are knocking on the door to 9,000 subscribers. I have a feeling we're going to get it done by the end of today's stream. So if you're not subscribed yet, get subscribed now. Make sure that you turn those notifications on so that you're alerted as soon as I drop a new piece of content. I do pre-recorded videos. I go live. There's something new for you nearly daily. Every day I'm dropping some new player props, sports betting, prize pick style content. So if you're into that sort of thing, definitely make sure you're a subscriber. And do me a favor and hit the like button. We've been going over 100 likes for like the last 10 or 12 days, something like that. Ridiculous. We actually went over 200 likes in our last video. So appreciate everybody watching and joining and tuning in to this live video style podcast. Anyway, for those who are returning viewers, well, you know that every time I go live, I'm picking somebody from the comment section of the previous show's replay, and that person will receive a risk-free 2-pick power play to win $100 on PrizePicks. So if you need some extra cash on PrizePicks, if you're looking to take a $100 bill and stuff it into your pocket, well, you've reached the right channel. You're talking to the right guy. I'm the PrizePicks lead ambassador, and I'm here to bless somebody today with a risk-free 2-pick power play to win $100. So just make sure you're subscribed, turn on those notifications, hit the like button. And once I end today's show, go down in the comment section, leave a comment with your favorite pick, prop, or play of the day, or let me know what you had for breakfast. I mean, I don't care. But hopefully you leave your favorite pick, prop, or player of the day, and somebody else sees that and they tail it and end up winning. That's, you know, a helpful comment would be better than no comment at all. But you can see we have 48 unique comments from our last show. Let's go ahead. We're going to hit the start button. It's going to randomly select somebody from the comments section to win one of those risk-free 2-pick power plays. You get both picks right, you get $100. It's real simple, folks. So let's go ahead and do it. If we have a duplicate winner, we will pick somebody new. But in this case, I think we've got ourselves a first-time winner here. Forgive me. I'm just going to call you Lee, all right? I don't know how to say that first word, that first name. Apologies. I don't want to butcher it, so I'm going to just call you Lee. But congratulations to you. You are the winner today. You just need to shoot me your PrizePicks email address. You could do so either on Twitter at Curry the Creator. Follow me over there, guys. I'm tweeting stuff out, giving free entries away over there as well. Or you can reach me on Discord. Links to both are down in the description of today's video. All right. But Mr. Lee, you need to shoot me your PrizePicks email address. I'll get that risk-free 2-pick power play added to your account in just a matter of a few days. You get both of your picks right, you're $100 richer, okay? I'm giving back. I'm blessing as many folks as I can. So if you want to be blessed like Mr. Lee here, just be a subscriber. Hit the like button. Leave a comment once I end today's show, okay? And we'll pick you on the next video, hopefully. All right, let's move into today's NBA slate. We got 2 games. They start at 1 o'clock, about an hour from now, in fact. So Miami at New York. It's game 1, new series for both of these teams. Obviously, Long rivalry between the Miami Heat, going back to the 90s, right? Miami and New York Knicks have a long feud or rivalry, so this should be a very fun series. Interested to see how this one goes. For the Miami Heat, Tyler Herro is still out. Obviously, Victor Oladipo is going to be out for this season. You won't see him for the rest of the playoff run for the Miami Heat. So they've been running a lot of Gabe Vincent, Max Strus. You've seen more Duncan Robinson getting involved. Obviously, Kyle Lowry's still there coming off the bench. So that's the situation there. For the New York Knicks, Quentin Grimes is a game-time decision. He did miss that last game that the New York Knicks played in. The closeout game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Raise your hand if you're surprised, by the way, that the New York Knicks knocked off the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm not a New York Knicks hater, but I just had high hopes and expectations with Donovan Mitchell going to Cleveland, that Cleveland was going to be that team, possibly that dark horse in the East. Maybe they need a little bit more time to gel and bring it all together. But shout out to Kevin Love, was once on that Cleveland Cavalier team, ended up getting traded over to the Miami Heat, and now he's in the second round of the NBA playoffs. So Kevin Love, maybe he was the missing piece in the Cleveland Cavaliers rotation. But anyway, Julius Randle is a game time decision. It looks like Julius Randle's going to be out today, though, gang. He's definitely looking like a doubtful more than a probable. He's dealing with an ankle injury. According to RotoWire here, as of today, Julius Randle ankle is officially listed as questionable, but he's expected to be sidelined for game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinals against the Heat on Sunday. Randle left the Knicks closeout game 5 win over the Cavaliers and has been limited at practices since. So he's dealing with a real legit ankle injury, okay? So don't expect Julius Randle to be out there. We did see Obi Toppin in the second half of that New York Knicks Cleveland Cavaliers game 5. Obi Toppin came in and he actually gave the Knicks some very good minutes at that power forward spot. So we'll have to see if he repeats that same sort of success, but you should see the likes of obviously Jalen Brunson. RJ Barrett would be a candidate to really step up in his place. Emmanuel Quickly, Josh Hart, some Quentin Grimes if he's good to go. So they've got some pieces that can step in and fill sort of that void that Julius Randle's absence will leave. That's a ton of usage that's going to be vacated. Somebody's going to absorb those shots, those rebounds, those assists, all the things that Julius Randle does. And, I think guys like RJ Barrett, Josh Hart off the bench, Quickly, I mean, those types of guys should probably step into a bigger role today. But nonetheless, this one has a pretty low total, 208.5 points with a 3.5 point spread. So it is going to be a low and slow style game. Both of these teams very slow-paced teams, defensive-minded teams. So don't expect a ton of points to be scored between either one of these ball clubs. All right, and then we've got the Golden State Warriors at Sacramento. This has been probably one of the most fun series of any of the first round NBA playoff games right here. I have loved watching this series. Every time you watch, it's been exciting, right? Golden State trying to hang on. Sacramento, sort of this newer team on the come up. Obviously, they made the trade Halliburton for Sabonis. Sabonis has been playing not so great in this series, but overall, Sacramento's looking like a very tough team, and I think Golden State's finding that out the hard way. 230 point total between these two ball clubs, just a 1 point spread. It's looking like one of those higher scoring, close, competitive, tight type of games, and this one tips off at 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. So I'm definitely more interested probably in the Golden State Warriors Sacramento game. Game 1s can be a little tricky. If you played any props from yesterday's game, last night's game, well, it didn't go so great, at least for me personally. That Denver Nuggets Phoenix Suns game was a little wild. It ended up turning into a blowout, right? I got a couple of Suns props right. Didn't get any of my Denver Nuggets props right. Didn't expect Aaron Gordon to do what he did. I thought Michael Porter Jr. was going to have a better game. Just didn't work out that way. It was the Jokic, Jamal Murray, and Aaron Gordon show for the Denver Nuggets. KD had a great game. Devin Booker had a great game. But, yeah, game 1s can be a little bit tricky, all right? So you might want to play lightly on this Miami-New York game. But anyway, we're going to be using the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer as we have in our previous shows, previous videos. Guys, this tool right here, total game changer. It allows you to get in on the picks, the props, the plays before PrizePicks bumps them up and bumps them down or removes them completely from the board. For instance, yesterday, although it didn't hit, I had Michael Porter Jr. going over on points and over on 3-point makes, where his points ended up getting bumped up. So that was nice. It got bumped in our favor. And the 3-point makes ended up getting removed from the board altogether. Now, again, he didn't hit either one of those props, but we did have our money in good. We did locate and identify and find the value thanks to this tool right here before PrizePicks was able to bump them up or remove props from the board. So that's just one example of why this tool is so important, especially if you're playing on a site like PrizePicks. So we're going to be using this. Obviously, we're going to check some projections. We've got 2, 3, 4 different projection sites all loaded up with the latest projections from today's games. So let's get down to it, because these games are going to be starting here, at least this first one, in about an hour or less. So we're going to refresh the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. I'm going to run through the first page of the board here, try to find some picks, props, and plays from today's games that are looking good. We're looking for plus EV value plays. We're looking for plays that are also projecting well. So let me filter out some of these games here, because I'm only interested in the games that are taking place today. We'll worry about tomorrow's games tomorrow. Let's focus on today's games and try to take advantage of that Steph Curry free square. I'm sure a lot of you have already placed your Steph Curry free square entries. Leave a comment in the live chat if you've already used your Steph Curry free square. Let us know what you used it on. I'd be interested to see what you guys decided to roll with on that Steph Curry free square. I decided to save mine for today. I wanted to wait and try to find something from today's NBA games to pair up, or possibly make a 6-pick flex using that Steph Curry free square. But that's just the way that I roll. Anyway, let's go through the board here. The first one that's really sticking out is Domantas Sabonis at 36.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Guys, this line is 36.5, but he's at 37.5 on your favorite sports books, meaning we are getting a point of value here on PrizePicks. He's a point lower on the PRA. Now, I know Sabonis got into some foul trouble in that last game. I think he ended up catching an elbow, had a nice little shiner, a mouse under his eye, but hopefully Sabonis comes out looking healthy and strong and keeps his hands to himself tonight, because this pick right here, Sabonis over 36.5 PRA, has a 55.39% chance of going over. Again, this tool pulls the lines, the odds from your favorite sports books. It then gives us a true odds of the prop hitting and compares it to the lines on PrizePicks. So based on that, we've got over a 55% chance, which is a pretty big chance that Sabonis goes over 36.5 PRA. Now, I would not be surprised if this ends up getting bumped really quick. I'm talking real quick. So that's why we're going to have to move through the board quickly here. So let's take a look at Sabonis's projections on this PRA line and see if we've got projections of 37 or better for Domas tonight. The first projection's at 38.6. Again, the line's 36.5 on PrizePicks. So that first projection of 38.6 PRA, over 2 PRA higher than where we're seeing him on the PrizePicks board. So that one's looking pretty good. Let's check a second projection. We're going to use RotoWire for this one in this case. 36.5 is the line. 38.2, let's call it, is the projection. So you got a very healthy projection on 2 different sites. They have them at 38 or more PRA. I don't think we need to check any others, but I will, just because we can. I have it pulled up here. So let's pull out the calculator and see what number Fire has them at. They have them at 18 points plus 13.3 rebounds plus 6.2 assists. So that's 37.5. So that's still a point higher than his PRA line of 36.5. So if you wanted to go with Sabonis PRA here, it is a plus EV play. Look at that. Did I call it or did I call it? Did I freaking call it or did I call it? I told you it was going to get bumped. We're doing the Lord's work up here. Okay, folks? We're finding the value. Now, whether or not Sabonis hits or doesn't, listen, we got our money in good. Those of you who took the over on 36.5 PRA, you could go and sleep like a baby tonight, knowing that the odds are in your favor. The projections are also in your favor. But he has been bumped up from 36.5 up to 37 PRA. So let's look for an alternate play. Or if you're feeling frisky, you can look at the game logs here for Domantas Sabonis, and maybe you feel like going under. Maybe you want to go against the odds, go against the projections, and just base your decision off of what he's done in the series up to this point. Maybe you don't feel confident in Sabonis now that he's up at 37 PRA. Maybe you want to take the under. Could be a possibility. Could be a move, right? Nonetheless, I'm going to leave it alone, being that it did get bumped. It's unfortunate, but you know, the value doesn't last forever. It'll dry up. It'll evaporate quickly for you. Of course, I've got Steph Curry as my first play of the day, over 0.5 points. Like I said, I haven't used the free square yet on Curry. He's going to definitely be in whatever entry we decide to place today. So I see some of y'all saying you're going to low-key take the under. All right. Hey, it could be a move, guys. Sabonis has struggled in this series. There's no doubt about it. So if you're feeling like Sabonis struggles again today, I mean, have at it. Definitely consider going under on Sabonis if you think he's going to continue to struggle today. They also bumped his PR, which was another very plus EV play. So both the PRA and the PR have been bumped up by half of a point. So whether or not you want to take it or not, I mean, that's going to be up to you guys. I mean, you saw the projections on the PRA. They were all 37.5 or higher on Sabonis, 3 different models. So I'm going to leave that decision up to you guys. And if you want to take the bump, take the bump. How about Jimmy Butler for less than 30.5 points? 54.7% chance that Jimmy Buckets doesn't get as many buckets today. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of Jimmy Butler fans, Miami Heat fans out there that are watching that probably don't feel confident that Jimmy Butler goes under 30.5 points today. But I'm just letting you know. I'm reporting what I'm finding here, and that based on the odds on the sports books, it looks like the under has a pretty good chance of hitting, 54.7% chance. So mathematically speaking, this is a very optimal play. Let's go see what the projections say. If they're in tune with this, I don't mind taking the under. I don't mind eliminating my bias, my emotions from the decision making here. But here's what I'll tell you. At 30.5 points on PrizePicks, he's at 31.4 here on the first projection. So that's not good. If the optimizer says take the under, but the projections are saying he's going to score more than 30.5, I personally don't like that. Now, this got to be wrong. Look at this projection, folks. 22.3 points for Jimmy Butler today. Now that makes me question how accurate these projections are, at least for this particular prop. 22 points for Jimmy Butler today. Do you guys really think he's going to be held under 25 points today? That's a pretty low projection. I cannot subscribe to that. We got to check a third projection because I'm just not buying 22 points out of Jimmy Butler. Here's a third projection for you on Butler, 29 points. So, I mean, there's 2 projections that have him going under 30.5. One projection has him going slightly over 30.5 at that 31.4 number. So it's looking a little tough out here for Jimmy Butler today. I don't know. Proceed with caution if you decide to take the under. I think I'm going to leave that one alone, though, and try to find something better here. So let's keep looking. How about Jimmy Butler over 5.5 dimes? Let's say maybe he doesn't have the greatest scoring day today. Maybe his scoring takes a dip, but maybe his dime dropping goes up. He's at 5.5 assists. We're getting a 53.8% chance that he's going to record at least 6 assists or more. So maybe this is a better play. If you're wanting to take the over on a Jimmy Butler play, maybe you take the over on his 5.5 assists. Let's take a look at this one real quick. We got him projected for 6.3 assists using the action projection tools. Going back here to RotoWire, they've got him at 5.3, let's call it, on a line of 5.5. So 1 over, 1 under. Here's a projection of 6.3 assists on Jimmy Butler. So that's 2 out of 3 projections that have Butler going over. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and just check Betting Pros out real quick. Why not? Let's take a look and see what they have Jimmy Butler projected for on his assists. They've got him at 6. So we got 3 out of 4 sites suggesting that Jimmy Butler will have 6 or more dimes today. Do we feel a little bit better about that one than we do taking the under on his points? Let me know if you're watching live. Would you rather take the assists over 5.5 or the under on the points at 30.5? I like to take the temperature of the room. I like to check the vibes, make sure that these props are passing the vibe check. And you guys let me know, okay? You guys are saying assists, over, run it. Glow Gang D saying yes, he's liking the assists. Dimitri saying he's going to probably fade both. Jermaine saying assists. Useless is saying assists. Michael Johnson, assists. Drake says neither. Okay, Drake saying neither one. Julian, Also liking the assists. All right, a lot more love for the assists than the under on the points. Let's check something out real quick. Let's go to props.cash. Guys, if you're not using props.cash yet, promo code Curry saves you 25% off on your first month. If you want to see, if seeing is believing, if that's more of your style, being a visualization type of person, a visual learner, well, props.cash got you covered. They got all the bar graphs, they got all the stats, they got all the numbers packed into one helpful, useful app right here. Now, we're just going to look at the last 10 games for Jimmy Butler. 5 out of his last 10, 50% hit rate. But against the New York Knicks this season, he's had a little bit better success. The last two times that he's played New York, he's dropped 9 and 6 assists on their heads. So he's 50% in his last 10, 50% in his 4 meetings against the New York Knicks. You can see some of these games here, 5-5. Those would have been losses by the hook. But he's got 9 here, 6 here. Now you want to also take a look at the points while we're here? Okay, we could do that. 50% on his points versus New York as well. Now, when he's on the road playing in New York, he's only scored 10 points and 12 points. When he's at home playing New York, 33 points, 35 points. Significantly different outcomes when he plays in Miami. Now today, worth noting, he is on the road today. He is playing in New York. But this is playoff Jimmy, right? You guys agree? Is that a thing? Playoff Jimmy's a thing? So just be careful with Jimmy Butler. I don't know if I would feel great about taking the over on his points at 30.5. But you can see here the 4 games this season that he's played against New York, what he's done. 2 big overs at home, 2 big unders playing at New York in Madison Square Garden. I think for me, I would probably take the assists, seeing that he has had some struggles scoring against New York, playing on the road. Maybe that's your tiebreaker in that decision. I'm going to go ahead and add him for right now. So we need a second pick, right? I'm going to go ahead and add him. Let's go Jimmy Butler, 5 over 5.5 assists. I think it checks out. It's a plus EV play, projecting well on 3 out of 4 sites. If you don't like it, just a reminder, I'm not forcing you to take anything. You don't have to play it if you don't like it, okay? Let's look at Kyle Lowry at 1.5 3-point makes, 53.5% chance that Lowry stays under 2 3-point makes today. What do you guys feel about this one? Let me know your thoughts on this one. Is Lowry good for staying under 2 3-point makes today? Let's go take a look at some projections on my guy BBL. If you know what BBL stands for. It's probably not what you think it is. Shout out to Big Booty Lowry. 3-point make projections for Lowry, 1.3. We got a 1.6 right here, which is a little bit higher than the 1.5. Let's check a third one. Third projections got Lowry at 1.3 3-point make. So these projections are not looking hot. Remember, guys, the last time we took an under on a 3-point prop, it ended up hitting for us. I'm talking about De'Aaron Fox under 2.5 3-point makes the other night. He ended up staying right at 2, thankfully. But Kyle Lowry on 3 different models. We've got him at 1.3, 1.6, and another 1.3. So that could be an option for you if you wanted to take the under on Kyle Lowry today. Not a bad move. Let's check a fourth one, too, if we've got it. Let's go to Betting Pros. Betting Pros, by the way, guys, is free. If you're looking for another site that offers free projections, check out Betting Pros. They've got them at 1.6. So 1.3 to 1.6 kind of seems like the range of projected outcomes for Kyle Lowry. Kind of closer to the 1 3-point make side than the 2 3-point make side, right? So you could take the under on this one, being that the odds are in your favor. The projections are seemingly in your favor as well. For right now, until we find some other picks, we can go ahead and promote Lowry to our starting lineup, so to speak, for less than 1.5 3-point makes. So here's what we got so far. Curry free square. Obviously, we're taking the over on 0.5 points. 1 bucket, we win. Jimmy Butler, over 5.5 assists. Kyle Lowry, under 1.5 3-point makes. That's what we're cooking with so far. Let's keep working our way through this first page, and then we'll get to some of your questions in the live chat. I know time is of the essence with this first game starting in about 40 minutes. So we're going to try to get through the rest of this. and then we'll take some of your questions and see what you guys are liking in the live chat. Appreciate everybody joining me. 79 likes, 231 people watching. Hey, y'all, I need your help. 231 people watching, but 79 likes. Come on now. Come on. Y'all know what to do. Hammer that like button. Like we might be hammering the under on Mitchell Robinson's rebounds and assists at 12.5 today. 53.5% chance that Mitchell Robinson collects fewer than 13 rebounds and assists going up against Miami today. Let's take a look at the projections on this one. See if we have some unders. Some unders. We're looking for under projections on Mitchell Robinson. First projection I've got on him is 11.1. Again, the line's 12.5, right? So 11.1 is a good, favorable projection for Mitchell Robinson. Let's check a second projection on Mitchell Robinson if we've got it. Doesn't look like we have one here on RotoWire. Let me refresh. Maybe they've added it. There we go. Mitchell Robinson's rebounds and assist projection, 11.1. Has this been bumped? Let me go look at this thing. Has this thing been bumped, y'all? It has been bumped. Son of a... I hate that. It has been bumped. But nonetheless, let's finish running the projections on this thing anyway. 11.1. You got another projection of 11.1. Let's check a third projection. So far, we got 2 unders on Mitchell Robinson. And then the third projection has him at, what, 9.5 rebounds plus another 0.8 assists. So that's another under. So 3 out of 3 have him under 12 rebounds and assists. So even at 12, I mean, you could still take the under here. Yeah, I wish we would have grabbed it at 12.5, but hey, stuff moves quickly. I'm sure somebody who's using the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer took that Mitchell Robinson under 12.5 rebounds and assist play. Hence why PrizePicks decided to bump it down. But that could still be a good play based on the projections. I mean, he's still projected well under 12 rebounds and assists at 11, closer to 11 than like 12 or 13, right? So I think it's still a worthwhile play. Matter of fact, I'll put my money where my mouth is. I'll take Mitchell Robinson under 12.0 rebounds and assists. Yeah, we could take the under on that one. What do you guys think about that one? Is this projection before or after Randall was ruled out? I would imagine that these projections update dynamically, but I've continued to hit the refresh button on these, so we could do that real quick just to quell any fears or doubts that you might have. So Mitchell Robinson, I just hit the refresh button. You guys saw me do it. He's at 11 rebounds and assists. It looks like BetMGM has actually moved his line from 12.5. You're not seeing anybody offering this at 12.5 anymore. It looks like the only book that has him up now is at 11.5. So there's a very real chance maybe he lands on exactly 12 rebounds and assists. Maybe it ends up in a tie or a push. That could happen. It's not the end of the world. It just means your PrizePicks entry reverts down from 6 picks down to 5 or 5 down to 4, etc., etc. Okay? So we're going to keep hitting the refresh button. We're going to keep looking for value as it continues to pop up. Lines are moving and changing, folks, but I think most of the lines had already expected Julius Randle to be out today. I think it was already pretty well known when these lines makers set their lines that Randle wasn't expected to play today. I think they already kind of knew that. So I wouldn't be too worried about any of that. I think it was pretty much known, hey, Jimmy Butler's not going to be in, or Jimmy Butler. Julius Randle's not going to be in there today. How about if you guys have already used your Steph Curry free square, how about an alternative to the Steph Curry free square? What about Curry over 5.5 assists today? 53.3% chance that he goes over. 6 or more assists for Steph Curry. We liking that? In a closeout game against the Sacramento Kings? Possibly a good play. Like I said, for those who have already used your free square, maybe you consider this one. Let's check out some projections on Curry here. At 5.5, we got him projected for 6.8 dimes. That's a 1.3 higher assist number than his line today. So that first projection is looking quite sweet on Curry. The second projection I've got him at is 6.46. Again, the line's 5.5, guys. So nearly a 1 assist higher projection for Steph Curry. Let's check a third and final projection here, 6.1. So all three sites, all three projection models have him at 6 or more assists. It's a plus EV play, meaning the odds, the numbers, the stats, the math is in your favor. The projections are also in your favor. 3 out of 3 different models like Curry for 6 or more dimes today. So if you're looking for an alternative, obviously I can't because I'm already using Steph for the free square, but you could also include Steph Curry for more than 5.5 assists if you're looking for sort of a second play. And he has not been bumped up yet. It's been kind of hit or miss in this series so far, right? Going back to the 17th, he hit. Going back to the 26th, he hit the over. And then he had some games where they were pretty close, like his last game, he had 5 dimes. So that could be a pivot play, an alternative play. So keep that one in mind. Curry over 5.5 dimes. Let's keep working through the board here and see what else is standing out. I'm avoiding any picks for the most part that could tie or push. I really don't like when my 6th pick becomes a 5 or 5 becomes a 4. So that's just my personal preference, how I like to run things. How about Caleb Martin right here at 8.5 points? 53% chance that he stays under 9 points today. 8 or fewer points for Caleb Martin, and you win money. It's looking pretty good here. We're seeing some odds of like minus 149, minus 154 under on Caleb Martin. True odds presented by Daily Grind is saying that it's a minus 130 to go under 8.5 points. So 8 or fewer points on these projections for Caleb Martin is what we're looking for. Let's check some projections out, see if those are in our favor or not. First projection, very much in our favor, 6.6 points for Caleb Martin. Again, the line is 8.5. We expect this game to be pretty low scoring, right? Not a lot of possessions, not a lot of points to be scored here. Maybe Caleb Martin is probably like the 5th, 6th, 7th option on the Miami Heat, right? So I can see a scenario where Caleb Martin stays under 8.5 points. I don't think it's the worst play in the world. 6.6 on that first projection. Let's check some other projections on Caleb Martin here. 9.98, so close to 10 points on RotoWire. So we got one big under, one big over based on these projections. Let's run it a third time here using NumberFire. NumberFire's got him at 8.2. That's less than 8.5. And we'll even check out Betting Pros just to run this a fourth and final time on a different projection model. We got Caleb Martin at 10 points there. So it's looking kind of tough. 2 projections over, 2 projections under. You guys let me know. Are we thinking under or over on Caleb Martin at 8.5 points? Which way would you lean on this one? I'm kind of leaning toward the under here. That's just, I don't know, just a hunch, I guess you could say. It is the under is the plus EV play to go here, the way to go on Caleb Martin. If you're thinking about going over on Caleb Martin on PrizePicks, I would probably just not play him at all. So it's going to be either under or don't play Caleb Martin at all is what I would recommend. A lot of you guys are saying fade. All right. Fading is a third option. You've got more, you've got less, and then you've also got fade, meaning you don't have to take it at all. You can walk away, look for a better pick. And maybe that's what we end up doing. Let's continue to work through this board here and see what else is standing out so I can get to some of these super chats that are coming in. What about Jalen Brunson at 36.5 PRA, guys? Almost a 53% chance that he stays under. Are we feeling confident about taking the under on Jalen Brunson today at 36.5 points, rebounds, and assists? Let's take a look at some projections for Brunson. Maybe I can boost your confidence level a little bit by providing some projections to go along with this. The first projection has him at 38.3. That does not suggest we should be taking the under. That is not looking like a good under play at a 36.5 PRA line. So the optimizer says take the under. The first projection has him at 38.3. Let's check a second projection on Brunson. 36.5 is the line. 36.46 is the projection. Just a hint under 36.5. So that's pretty sharp. This might be a really sharp line on Brunson, guys. I might advise you tread carefully on this one. NumberFire's got him at 26 points plus 4.3 boards and 6.0 assists, which puts him at 36.3. Again, the line is 36.5. So you got 2 projections that have him projected under, but it's barely under. And then you got this big fat 38.3 projection on his PRA. So yeah, I'm going to probably stay away from that one. Let's get to some of your super chats here. Appreciate everybody who's leaving super chats. Those definitely will get addressed by me each and every time you leave one. I appreciate that support. First one's coming in from Rocket Sauce, it looks like. Rocket Sauce is interested in some De'Aaron Fox rebounds and assists tonight going up against Golden State. Oh, my bad. Rocket Sauce, hold up. Let me address this first one here. Glow Gang D says Friday he won $500 off of the picks from, I guess, from Friday's video. I appreciate that, man. I'm glad you won a little something, something. $500 is a pretty chunky win. Congratulations, Glow Gang D. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. All right, now we can get to Rocket Sauce. Rocket Sauce is liking some De'Aaron Fox over 12.5 rebounds and assists. So let's refresh this optimizer here. Let's take a look at this De'Aaron Fox play first and foremost. Looks like he's wanting to take the over on that. Maybe he's on to something here. Let's see if it's a plus EV play or nah. Well, it's looking like or nah, at least for the over anyway. The optimal way to play this, based on the odds pulled from the sports books, looks like the under here. 51.4% chance that De'Aaron Fox goes under 12.5 rebounds and assists. So I know you were thinking about taking the over, but the juice is flowing on the under here. What do you think about this one, gang? We feeling confident in Fox to go over 12.5 rebounds and assists? Or is this going to be another fade for you guys? We got to play something today, right? Let's see how the projections are stacking up for De'Aaron Fox on these 12.5 rebounds and assists. If we take the under, like the optimizer suggests, we're looking for projections of 12 or less, right? And this first one is under 12 rebounds and assists, 11.8. So that one tends to agree with the way that the optimizer says to play it. Second projection on De'Aaron Fox has him at 10.76. That is a big under on a line of 12.5 rebounds and assists. The third projection has De'Aaron Fox at 5 boards plus another 6.5 for his assists. That's 11.5. That's 3 projections that all have De'Aaron Fox going under 12.5. So he would need 13 or more if you're thinking about taking the over, but he's not projected for even 12 rebounds and assists by any of these projection models or sites. 11.8 is about the highest you're going to see him at. So if you're thinking about Fox, I would think twice, at least on the over anyway. I would consider maybe taking the under on De'Aaron Fox at 12.5 rebounds and assists based on the projections that I'm seeing here. Just taking a look at the game logs real quick for De'Aaron Fox. We're going back to props.cash. Again, great tool if you want to dig into some of these game logs, see the hit rates for Fox. You see Fox has now hit 14, 18, 14, 16, and 15 rebounds and assists in 5 straight games. So I don't know. Maybe they're hoping that the wheels finally fall off here for De'Aaron Fox. But he's hitting 5 straight games going up against the Golden State Warriors here. All right. 5 for his last 5. Overall, he is, 6 for 9 going up against the Dubs. So you could consider taking the over here. I probably wouldn't do so on PrizePicks, like I said, just because you're not getting like a boosted payout for going against the odds on PrizePicks, right? The odds on PrizePicks for each pick are fixed odds, essentially. Now, if you're playing this on a sports book, it would make more sense for you to kind of take the over here because you're likely getting a bigger payout for doing so. But I'm just here reporting what I'm finding, and it looks like the under's the way to go on Fox at 12.5 rebounds and assists based on the projections, based on the way that the juice is flowing here. So if you're going to take that one, put it in a flex play. Probably don't power it, would be my advice to you if you're playing on PrizePicks or somewhere else. The other one is RJ Barrett over 8.5 rebounds and assists. Let's take a look at that one. RJ Barrett's rebounds and assists are sitting at 8.5. This one's a 50% chance that he goes over, but you're also getting a 49.93% chance that he goes under. In other words, this is darn near a coin flip style play for RJ Barrett at 8.5 rebounds and assists. So it's not really a plus EV play. The odds aren't really in your favor one way or the other. It's pretty much, like I said, a flip of the coin. So let's take a look at some projections here for RJ Barrett. First projection has him at 7.4 on a line of 8.5, so that would be an under based on that first projection. Second projection has him at right at 8.5. The line is 8.5. Third projection's got RJ Barrett at 5.5 boards plus another 2.8 assists. So that's going to put him at 8.3, so really close to 8.5. And then if you want to run it again, we'll look at a fourth projection for RJ Barrett's rebounds and assists if we've got it. And they've got him projected for 8.4. So looking like a pretty tight line on that 8.5. No coincidence that it is essentially a coin flip based on the odds pulled from the sports books. I mean, this one really could just break either way. I mean, there's not a significant edge or advantage if you're playing on PrizePicks to taking this. So, I don't know, man. Fox's hit rates look fantastic. It is concerning that the odds and the projections are going against De'Aaron Fox on that over at 12.5 rebounds and assists. Like I said, I'd probably tread lightly. Tread lightly on that one. Let's see what else we got here. Glow Gang D is also coming through with another super chat. He's asking about Curry and Fox. Curry and Fox, 7.5. What? What is that? Are those 3-point makes or something? 7.5. Let me look at that. I'm not sure what category that is. Let me put in Curry's name here. Curry and Fox. Curry and Fox. 10.5 rebounds. 3-point makes. I'm guessing that's this one. The 3-point make line. All right. I'm going to take De'Aaron Fox out for right now at 12.5. All right, so 7.5 3-point makes for both Curry and Fox. Which way should we be going on this? Well, I guess if you're looking to take the over here, you'd want to see projections of 8 or better. But you're looking to take the under, it looks like. So you're wanting, being that you're considering the under here, you're wanting to see projections of 7 or less on Curry and Fox today. So let's go pull some projections for 3-point makes for both Curry and Fox. Curry's at 5. Fox is at 2. So that first projection, 7, which is less than 7.5, right? Which is what you wanted to see because you are thinking about taking the under, right? Curry's second 3-point projection is about 4. Fox's 3-point projection, well, I don't have one here. But I don't expect Fox to make 3 threes today. So Curry was at 4. I would be really surprised if Fox was projected for 3 3-point makes. I just don't think he's going to be projected that high. We'll call that an under on that second projection. Let's check a third and final projection here for Curry and Fox in their 3-point makes. 5.3. And then we got De'Aaron Fox projected for 1.8. So that's going to be an under as well. So let's just say 3 projection sites all have Curry and Fox combining for less than 8 3-point makes. So if you wanted to take the under here, you could definitely do so. I haven't really dabbled in any of these combo props, but that looks like a good one if you wanted to take the under there. The combination of those 2 players are projected to go under 7.5 today. So that's a good look. Your other one you're asking about is Domantas Sabonis, who's at 1.5 blocks and steals. I believe he did hit that in the last game, right? I feel like we talked about that one. I don't know if it was here or if it was in the Discord or whatever, but I want to say that Sabonis did quickly cover those 1.5 blocks and steals. He was playing very aggressive. So aggressive, in fact, that he found himself getting in some foul trouble. Yeah, Sabonis did cover. He's covered in 4 straight games, in fact. 2, 3, 4, and 2. 4 straight covers here for Domantas Sabonis going up against Golden State. So let's check some projections on Domas and see if he's projected for more than 1.5 today. First projection has him at 1.6. It's looking pretty good. Second projection has him at 1.46, a little bit on the light side, not what you really want to see. And then this projection's got him at 1 steal plus another 0.6 block. So that's 1.6, a little bit higher than the line of 1.5. So not projecting off the charts or anything like that, but for the most part, he's projecting for closer to 2 than he is 1 when it comes to the blocks and steals. As far as this being a plus EV play, yeah, it is. Barely, though. Just a 0.55% edge or advantage in our favor based on the odds pulled from these sports books. So if you're going to take this one, I'd probably, again, reserve this one for a flex-only play. Out of the two, maybe my confidence is a little bit higher with Curry and Fox under 7.5 3-point makes, if I were to choose. But you guys let me know if you disagree with that. Maybe you're more confident in Sabonis getting 1 or 2 blocks and steals today. Let me know. Let's see here. What? Got a few super chats still to get caught up on. Appreciate you guys. Michael's asking about Green over points, rebounds, and assists, and Malik Monk over his rebounds and assists. Much love back to you as well, Michael. Appreciate the super chat. Let's refresh the optimizer here so that we're making sure we're getting the latest odds pulled in using the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. We got about under 20 minutes for that first game to get tipped off. So let's go with Draymond Green here. His PRA is sitting at 22.5 today. Looks like the way to go on this one is going to be over. 52.87% chance that he goes over 22.5 points, rebounds, and assists. So he needs 23 or more. Let's go see if the projections have him at 23 or more today. First projection has him at 24.3. I think that's looking really good here. You see some sites like DraftKings, he's a minus 140 betting favorite to go over 22.5. All right. So we got a great first projection, almost 2 PRA projection higher than his line of 22.5. So that first one's looking pretty juicy. Second projection for Draymond Green, 22.5 is the line, 23.2 is the projection. So again, projections of 23 or more is what we're looking for, and we're 2 for 2 on that so far. Checking a third projection for Draymond Green. We took the over on his fantasy score in our last video. He ended up barely squeaking over, going over that number. The final projection for Draymond Green, 23.6. So yeah, I think Draymond Green's looking like a play that is worth taking as well. I'm going to take Mitchell Robinson out. Again, I don't like picks that tie or push. I'd rather win cleanly or lose cleanly. But Draymond Green looks like a fine alternative or a substitution for Mitchell Robinson's rebounds and assists. So here's what we got so far. I got the Curry free square because I haven't used it. If you're looking for a pivot play off of the Curry free square because you have already used it, consider the over at 5.5 assists. That one looked pretty juicy. Then you got Jimmy Butler over 5.5 dimes. Kyle Lowry for less than 1.5 3-point makes. Caleb Martin for less than 8.5 points. Curry and Fox combining for under 8 3-point makes. And then we got Draymond Green for more than 22.5 PRA. I'm a little still on the fence with Lowry and Martin. If we could find something better, I would be glad to replace either one of those guys. Maybe Malik Monk over rebounds and assists is the move. So that was the second half of Michael's super chat. Let's take a look at Malik Monk. Monk's been having a fantastic series, gang. I think you guys who have been watching this series know how well that Malik Monk has been playing. He's been doing a little bit of everything. Including scoring. But we're talking rebounds and assists here. We got almost a 52% chance, 51.8 to be exact, that he collects 8 or more rebounds and assists today. So let's go check some projections. We're looking for 8 or more on the projection models, right? If we get 8 or more, then I'll feel confident taking the over at 7.5. But this first projection has him close to 7. I wish this was more like 7.8, but hey, it's 6.8. So that's not a good first projection. Not a good first start. Second projection on Monk, 7.5 is the line, 5.8 is the projection. Again, not what I'm wanting to see here on Malik Monk. And the third and final projection has him at 3.8 plus a 3.9. That should be 7.4. Let's just make sure that my 7.7. There you go. 7.7. So I'm not loving these projections on Malik Monk today on those rebounds and assists, but I will take you up on the Draymond Green play. Out of the two, I think Green just makes more sense to play, right? He's projected favorably. He's got a higher chance of hitting based on the odds from the sports books. So now following up that Draymond Green PRA play is my guy, Jarrell Ellis. Jarrell, thank you for the super chat. Again, never expected, always appreciated. And in this case, I am very humbled and grateful for your super chat here. So he's asking about Draymond Green's fantasy. Jarrell said he's seeing a projection for Draymond at 34 fantasy. Now, guys, if you're looking at fantasy score plays here on PrizePicks, you want to make sure that you're using FanDuel projections, not DraftKings. FanDuel, not DraftKings. FanDuel scoring is set up the same way as PrizePicks scoring for NBA. That's just for NBA. I'm not talking about all sports. I'm talking about just for NBA fantasy score. FanDuel is what you want to be using. Okay? Some of y'all don't know that. You're welcome. Free information, free content. So let's take a look at Draymond's projections on some of these other sites. PRA is looking like a fine play, though, on 22.5 PRA for Dre. Bars, by the way. But his fantasy score sitting at 31.5. So we have one projection at Number Fire has him at 34. Let's go check some of these other sites real quick and see where they've got Draymond Green. Fantasy Labs has him at 34.2. So pretty much rocking with the same projection as Number Fire. Third projection, they've got him at 30.4 today on RotoWire. All right, guys. So you got two projections of 34. You got one projection where he's going under. I think for me, I'll just stick with the PRA, being that he's universally projected to go over his PRA. Got a little bit of doubt, a little bit of an under here on RotoWire. We do have two very strong overs on some of these other sites, but I think I'm going to stick with the PRA, being that he is universally projected to go over his points, rebounds, and assist line of 22.5. That's what I'm doing. Now, you do what you want, Jarrell. I'm not talking you off the fantasy score. You know what the situation is now, though. You got two projections over 31.5. You got one projection under 31.5. All right. Last in Limbo's also coming through. He's looking at some Bam Adebayo for more than his assist line. Let's go and run that one through the optimizer real quick and see if that's a plus EV play or not. We want to make sure that the odds are in our favor, right? We don't want to be going against the books, against the odds. We want to play plays that are in our favor. So you're asking about just the assist for Adebayo. He's at 3.5 today. It looks like the over is the more optimal way to play him. So if you're just trying to decide between the over and the under on Adebayo's assists, let me ensure you that you have a 51% chance that he goes over 3.5 dimes. So 4 or more and you are in the clear, my friends. So let's run some projections on Bam Bam real quick. I will tell you this, that it looked like the rebounds and assists were the more optimal play. 51.94% versus 51.01%. Slightly more optimal, but maybe both of them are good. First projection is a good one, 4.1. Second projection on Bam Adebayo has him at 3.1, so that's less than 3.5. So you got one over, one under on these projections. And then the third projection has him at 3.4, which is slightly under the 3.5 line and closer to 3 than 4, right? So I mentioned the rebounds and assists. Let's look at those real quick. The line on that is 11.5. The first projection's 12.5. So that's one whole rebound and assist higher. Second projection, he is at 13.1 on a line of 11.5. So we're 2 for 2, two very strong projections here. And then the third and final projection has him at 11.8, which is slightly more than 11.5. So we got 3 out of 3 projections suggesting the over on Bam's 11.5 rebounds and assists is a good look. Now, I'm going to take it to a fourth projection here, being that last projection was so close. Betting Pros has him at 12.7 rebounds and assists. So technically, we could call that a 4 for 4 play. Projections for Bam Adebayo, 4 for 4 on the rebounds and assists. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these other Miami Heat players out. Maybe Lowry, maybe Martin. Who should get kicked to the curb here? Lowry under 1.5 3-point makes or Caleb Martin under 8.5 points? I know the game's about to start, y'all. Game's about to start. I know it says 110 on PrizePicks, but take Martin out. All right, we'll take Martin out. We'll add Bam in there. Sometimes these nationally televised games start a little quicker too than the PrizePicks timer says. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go with it, man. We're running out of time. I gotta throw it in there. Gotta throw it in there. There's what, where's it at? Oh shit. Can't pick the same player twice in the entry. Who did I pick twice? Oh, Curry's 3-point makes. Shoot. All right, we need a pivot play. What's the pivot? What's the pivot? Shoot. How much time do we have? Does anybody have the actual broadcast up? Are they like ready to start the game? They about to blow the damn whistle. Put Vincent back. I never had Vincent. Brunson, 21.5 field goal attempts, and Looney, 5 field goal attempts. How much time we got, guys? I don't have the game up. I know that those nationally televised games usually start pretty quick, so you guys got to let me know. I know we're against the clock here. 9 minutes on PrizePicks. I know, but PrizePicks isn't always right. It ain't always right. They usually start them quicker. Yeah. Bam over 11.5 rebounds and assists. You're right. You're right. Let's check Brunson's field goal attempts. Let's see here. What we got for JB? Is Brunson going to shoot it more than 21.5 times? Well, we can check some projections on that, I think, here. Field goal attempts on Number Fire, they've got him attempting 18.7 field goal attempts. So, I mean, based on this projection on Number Fire, I would say no. Don't take the over on Brunson. Projection of 18.7. Even if we round that up and call it 19, I mean, that's less than 21.5. And then you're also asking about Looney's 5 field goal attempts. Let's go look at that one. Projection for that one. Again, you can find these for free on Number Fire if you guys are looking for field goal attempts. They got them on Number Fire. I think they also have them here on RotoWire too. But Looney's at 5.5 projected field goal attempts. So I guess out of the two, I would take Looney. Broadcast 5 minutes. All right, I hear you. Pool points and assists under. What's that pool line looking like? I did take some pool unders recently, and it ended up paying off for me. 17.5 points and assists. So we need 17 or fewer on these projections for Jordan Poole. Let's go take a look at that. 16.4, like what I'm seeing there. We're going to speed through these guys. We're trying to get this in. Ooh, 19.7 on RotoWire. That's ugly. Jordan Poole, 13.5 points plus 3.5 assists. That's 17. So that is less than 17.5. So you got 2 out of 3 projections have him under. All right, still warming up. Good. Yeah, we're going over, Beastly. We're going over on Bam's rebounds and assists. Here's what we got so far, guys. We got Curry over his 0.5 points, Butler over 5.5 assists, Lowry under 1.5 3-point makes, Draymond over 22.5 PRA, and we got Bam under 11.5 rebounds and assists. August is saying, what about De'Aaron Fox fantasy score? Whew. I know he's been, I think he's been cooking that up, right? He's been balling out on the fantasy score, if I'm not mistaken, rather. 56, 52. All right, so we need 49 or more fantasy out of Fox today. Let's look at that one. Fantasy, 40.7 on the line of 49. That's terrible. That's terrible, y'all. Leave some likes, by the way. We still got over 200 people watching, but 113 likes. Leave some likes as we speed through these last couple of options. I know we're running out of time. 46.8. I mean, that's another projected under for Fox today. I'm not liking the fact that he's being projected so much under 49. 48.2. So I'm going to stay away from that one. One more pick, or do we run this 5, man? We might have to run this 5 because we're running out of time here. We could take Sabonis' blocks and steals, which has been hitting pretty nice. Personal fouls, possibly, maybe. Looney's 5 field goal attempts was, 5 field goal attempts was looking like a good option. All right. Man. Fox is a horrible play. All right, yeah, we're leaving Fox alone. Don't worry about that. Vincent for some points. Monk steals or Sabonis blocks and steals. Barnes less points and rebounds. I did take Barnes for less on his points and rebounds last game. That one ended up coming through. He was at 18.5. Where is he at today? 15.5. Oh, that's low, man. Yep. Commercials tip-off will be happening soon. I feel you, brother. I feel you. We gotta make our final decision. Caleb Martin, man, under that 8.5 points. Could break either way for us. Oh, Quentin Grimes is playing. Good to know. Quickly for under rebounds. Wiggins over 17 points. He's at 17 today. They gave him that kind of bump down. Where is he at? No, he's at 18. I got him at 18 on PrizePicks. Vincent, low-key a steal. All right. Damn. Decisions. I was trying to look for a 6 pick, man. Let's just go back to the optimizer here. Let's refresh this thing. What is the most optimal play on the board right now? Jimmy Butler still up there. Klay Thompson under 22.5 points. Really? All right. That might be the one. Let's just run it real quick. All right. It's looking good. Klay Thompson under 22.5 points is actually looking good. Let me see if I can get that one in. I'll run with it. He's projected under on 3 out of 3 sites. It's a plus EV play under 22.5. All right. We got it in, right? We good? Here's what we're going with. Curry free square. Obviously, we're taking the over on that. Jimmy Butler over 5.5 assists. Kyle Lowry for less than 1.5 3-point makes. Draymond Green for more than 22.5 PRA. Bam Adebayo for more than 11.5 rebounds and assists. And Klay Thompson for less than 22.5 points. In case y'all didn't catch that Klay Thompson play, I'll run through it now that I've submitted my entry and we're locked and loaded. Klay Thompson under 22.5, 54% chance that he goes under 22.5 points tonight. Projected for 21.6. Projected for 21.5. Projected for 21.4. So we're 3 for 3 on the projections under Klay Thompson's 22.5 points. That's why I took that one. I'm in there. Don't worry, Beastly. We got it in there, buddy. That's our 6th pick. All right. Now that the pressure's off, let's try to help you guys with a couple more plays here. Dwayne saying quickly under rebounds. Ooh. Well, damn. I don't know what his rebound line is at. 2.8. I know this game's about to start any freaking second. I'm hustling. I'm moving as quickly as Emmanuel will allow me. 3.5 boards. Yeah, you got a 53% chance that he goes under 3.5. KJ, you could join today. I switched over to subscription billing, so you should be able to join today, and it'll run all the way through till the end of next month for you. Before charging you again. Quickly, under 3.5 boards. Yep. That is definitely a plus EV play. He's projected for 3.6 here, 2.8 there. So you're seeing some projections kind of all over the place. 3.5 on the button right here. So Curry and Fox going to show out tonight, both over PRA. All right, that could be a good move. That could definitely be a good move. Again, I like the Curry assist at 5.5. That one's still a very plus EV play. You got a 53.4% chance of this hitting. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hang out for a minute with you guys. Why not? I ain't got nothing else going on. Let's see the tip off of this game. I'm going to pull it up on my phone. And we could just like ride through maybe like the first quarter of this game together. Do something a little different. Those of you who want to hang out, feel free to hang out. We can sweat this game out a little bit. I got it pulled up right here. NBA, please don't ban me. Got the game pulled up. We could sweat through like maybe the first few minutes of the first quarter. I ain't got nowhere to go, nowhere to be. See how some of these picks are going to end up taking shape for us. I got beverages on hand too. I got my goat fuel. Shout out to goat fuel. And I got some water on deck. But yeah, the pressure's off. So let's just chill at this point. I'll take some more picks as they kind of come in. You guys can continue to leave some picks. Let's sweat out this first few minutes of this game and see how our picks kind of take shape, take form. Tazio says, "Hey, that's lit. Yeah, let's sweat it out. We can sweat it out. Those of y'all who want to chill, we got 149 people watching. That's cool. Those of y'all who have to go, I understand. It's a Sunday. So Miami's going with Vincent, Strus, Butler, Love, and Adebayo in the starting lineup. Looks like New York's going to run with Brunson, Hart, Barrett, Topham, and Mitchell Robinson. So no Julius Randle today. You're seeing Josh Hart kind of step into the starting lineup. Quentin Grimes had been starting. Quentin Grimes is active today, correct? I think Grimes is active, but he's going to be coming off the bench. So they put the vet in there, Josh Hart, along with Obi Toppin in the starting lineup. So interesting. This should be a very good game. I expect a lot of defense from this game. But interesting starting lineups for both squads. Injuries on both sides. I mean, Tyler Herro being out, Oladipo being out. Kind of going to impact Miami's backcourt a little bit. Obviously, Julius Randle being out. Chris Rock's already yawning. Chris Rock, you got to wake up, son. What you yawning for? Put you on one of these goat fuels. Get your energies up. Let's see. Rocket Sauce coming through with a super chat. He's asking about Draymond over 2.5 turnovers being in Sacramento. All right, we can look at that. So we'll sweat out the maybe like the first quarter of this game. Like I said, I'm just hanging out with you guys at this point. And I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. And we'll take a look at some of your picks as they kind of slowly trickle in. If you have any more questions, I'll be on standby, all right? But we'll be watching this game together, sweating out some of these picks real quick. And we'll continue to look at some of your plays. So let's look at this Draymond play real quick as this game finally starts to tip off here. Julius Randle wearing the beanie on the sideline. He's hashtag hoodie gang. Unfortunately, I would love to see Julius Randle out there today, but hey, man, that's how it goes a lot of the times in these playoffs, right? The teams that are the healthiest typically go the furthest. So you're looking at Draymond Green and you're asking for his turnovers. Let's go see where he's at today. As far as the odds go on this Draymond Green play, turnovers, I mean, it's kind of a 50-50 prop based on the odds. 50.6% chance that he goes over, 49.4% chance that he goes under. Look at Gabe Vincent getting it started early. I like me some Gabe Vincent, y'all. He could get buckets. So, yeah, I mean, it's about a coin flip on the Draymond Green turnovers. Let me see if I have some projections for Draymond for you. Whew. Miami coming out with a 5-0 run. Draymond's turnovers projections 2.74. On RotoWire, it looks like he is sitting at a projection of 3 on NumberFire. So both projections are higher than 2.5. So if you wanted to take the over, I know that the odds are basically insinuating that this is a kind of a coin flip, but you could take the over on Draymond Green if you wanted to. All right, Knicks, I see you. Forcing a little turnover action. Wow. Bam really just got bodied by Josh Hart like that? Come on, Bam. Yeah, so looking like the projections are favoring the over here on Draymond Green and these turnovers. I only got two turnover projections to really lean on, but yeah, 3 and 2.7. Both of them are higher than 2.5, Rocket Sauce. So if you wanted to take the over there, you could definitely do so. Man, Brunson's smooth with it, though. Brunson is smooth. Jimmy. There's some there you go. There's a rebound for Bam. Nice miss, Jimmy. That'll help our rebounds and assists line for Bam Adebayo, right? Let's go take a look at some turnovers for Draymond Green here. See if he turns it over more or less when he is on the road, like he will be tonight, playing in Sacramento. Taking a look at Draymond's turnovers here against Sacramento this season. He's turned it over 3 or more times in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 9 games. So you definitely got that going for you. And things look even better here when you go and you look at the away splits for Draymond Green. Those of y'all who are still watching, the 100 people who's still here, check this out. Draymond Green versus Sacramento this season on the road has hit in every single game on these 2.5 turnovers. 3 or more turnovers in 5 out of 5 games. So I would say that this is looking like a pretty darn good play. I'd run it, Rocket Sauce. Thanks for the super chat. Hopefully that'll help somebody out. But yeah, Dre on the road versus Sacramento, 5 for 5 this season. Looking good. That could be good, man. Mr. Lee, I don't know if you saw or not, but you are today's free entry giveaway winner. In case you did not see, though, there you are, buddy. So you need to DM me your PrizePicks email address if you haven't yet. Reach me on Twitter at Curry the Creator or jump into our Discord. Link down in the description below for the Discord. But you're the winner. So yeah, shoot me that DM, man. Okay, perfect. You already shot me the DM. Cool. House party at CJ's? Yeah, something like that. RJ Barrett with a little offensive rebound and putback. We didn't have any RJ Barrett today, but he was today's thumbnail player of the day. Shout out to RJ Barrett. Let's pull some ESPN up real quick. Keep track of these scores as they're happening. Go to the game cast, I guess. ESPN's always with the commercials, though. Oh, Mitchell Robinson with the assist, actually. I thought that was a offensive rebound. Full box score. How we looking so far? Kevin Love with 3 points and a board. We didn't have any Kevin Love. We got Jimmy Butler. He's got 1 dime. Remember, we took the over at 5.5, so that's that's 1 assist closer to our goal. Bam has 2 rebounds, no assists. Here's another potential assist for Butler. Bang. Make that another assist. Gabe Vincent with the triple in transition. Loving what I'm seeing there. Big shot for Gabe Vincent. Or maybe that was Jimmy's. That was already the 1 assist. Okay, that was his first assist. And then what did we have from the New York side? Anything? I don't think we took anything from the New York side, did we? No. Just Miami Heat players. Miami Heat and Golden State players is all we have. We didn't even take any Sacramento guys. All right. Josh Hart, man, having a nice little game so far, huh? Putting the vet in there. Jimmy with 2 assists? Okay, maybe it didn't update yet. I don't know. ESPN's reporting 1 for Butler, so we'll see. Michael's saying, what about Wiggins' points and rebounds? Let's look at points and rebounds for Mr. Andrew Wiggins. We'll refresh the optimizer. Points and rebounds for Wiggins is definitely popping off here on the optimizer for the over. 23.5 is the line. He needs 24 or more. You're getting about a 51.5% chance that he goes over this line. So let's check some projections on Andrew Wiggins in these points and rebounds. Wiggins has had a pretty good series thus far. Projected for 24.2 on action. RotoWire's got him at 23.8, let's call it. So that's 2 projections over on Andrew Wiggins. Not major projected overs, but overs nonetheless. And then you got 18.2 points plus another 5.7 rebounds. So 23.9 on that one. So He's projecting like barely over 23.5 on most of these sites. But I mean, you could roll the dice on that one if you wanted to. You could definitely roll the dice on Wiggins over 23.5 points and rebounds. So we got our first commercial break. Let's check in on our entry real quick. See if PrizePicks has these stats refreshed. There we go. Jimmy Butler with 2 dimes. Remember, his line was 5.5. So that's a good start. If we could get, 2 per quarter, I'd be really happy. 2 per quarter would be fantastic. We got Bam Adebayo with 2 rebounds. He's going to need to pick the pace up a little bit. We're going to need about at least 3 rebounds and assists per quarter on average, right? For him to be on pace for the over. So hopefully Bam kind of picks up the pace a little bit. Doesn't look like anybody's really in like significant foul trouble. Foul trouble is a pain in the butt. I will say this. I'm kind of glad that we got off that Mitchell Robinson rebounds and assists play. He's already got 3 in the first few minutes of the game. So he is trending. He's trending pretty well so far. He's trending for about 12. But his minutes tend to kind of taper off in the second half. He's more of a first half player. So if you did take the under on Mitchell Robinson at 12.5 rebounds and assists, that's okay. But so far he's got, what, 3? Why is it? This isn't updating. Do I have to automatically refresh this? No. So ESPN's still reporting Jimmy Butler with 1 assist. Does he have 1 or 2? PrizePicks is showing 2. Who do we believe here? Butler with 1 dime on ESPN, but 2 dimes on PrizePicks. 2? Well, I don't know. ESPN, y'all need to step your game up. Don't make me go to NBA.com because I will. I will do it. Let's go to NBA.com real quick and check there. Let's see. We'll go here. Box score. Jimmy Butler, 2 assists. Okay. Well, ESPN, you've lost credibility with me. I got to let y'all go, man. Bye, ESPN. Anyway, yeah, Jimmy Butler got 2 assists, 3 boards already. He's got a steal. Whew. Racking it up. He's filling up the stat sheet, y'all. Yeah, I had to get off ESPN. They weren't reporting the right deets. Man, Gabe Vincent already has attempted 5 3-pointers, man, in 6 minutes and 15 seconds. He shot 5 threes already. 8 points. Good for Gabe Vincent. I like him. He's a good little player. Bam, 2 boards like we talked about, so that looks accurate. Gabe Vincent leading the way in scoring, though. Yeah, that's what I thought, Jacob. I thought he already had the 1, and then I watched him hit Gabe Vincent for a 3 in transition, and I thought that was 2 as well. So, yeah, we'll leave ESPN out of here. We'll fade ESPN. And Mitchell Robinson's really... Does Mitchell Robinson really have 7 rebounds and assists? My gosh. Is that legit? ESPN had him, what, at 3, I thought it was. He's really got 5 boards, 2 assists already? Whew. Okay, well then, yeah. I'm glad they bumped that one down from 12.5 because that's not good. That ain't a good start. 5 boards, 2 assists for Mitchell Robinson. Patrick Ewing and Alonzo Mourning in the building. The Georgetown Hoyas. RJ Barrett to the line. Couple of buckets for RJ Barrett. Not true on Mitchell Robinson. Well, why can't any of these sites report accurate stat keeping here? What the hell's going on? All right, I just refreshed it. Now they're saying Robinson has 4 boards, 1 assist. Either way, that under 12.5 is kind of scary looking. Caleb Martin checked in. Josh Hart doing what he does, man. Good defender. Bodied up Jimmy Butler. And he scored on him on the other end, y'all. Josh Hart came to play. Shout out to Josh Hart. Josh Hart always has reminded me of like a, we'll call him a poor man's Russell Westbrook. What do y'all think about that comparison? Look at Caleb Martin. Caleb Martin attacking the basket. He's going to the free throw line. Let's see. You guys are mentioning some plays here. Fox assist. Ali the GOAT God. He's like a De'Aaron Fox assists. De'Aaron Fox had a lot of assists in that last game. I think his line was sitting at like 5.5 or 6.5 in the last one. Anyway, he ended up going over that, if I remember correctly. De'Aaron Fox, maybe the better move would be to take the over. I'm sorry. You're wanting to go over on the assists at 7. 50.6% chance that he goes over 7 assists. So again, not the greatest odds of him going over, but I'll check some projections out for you while we've got time. Like I said, we're just kind of chilling, watching the game together a little bit, taking some picks and plays that you guys are mentioning. We'll look at them. Yeah, he's projected for 7.3, but then you got a projection of 6 here. And you got a third projection for De'Aaron Fox at 6.5. So not looking great projection-wise on De'Aaron Fox for him to get. He would need 8 assists, right? Because you don't want to tie at 7. We don't play for the push. We don't play for the tie. So he would need 8 or more assists. And he's projected for closer to like 6 to 7. Kevin Love with the deep three-point attempt. There's Gabe Vincent again. Oh, he bricked that one. Gabe Vincent's letting it rip, y'all. Not being shy about taking shots today. Neither is Josh Hart, though. Both these, we'll call them role players, are being very aggressive today. Gabe Vincent, another 3. Whew. Boy, is shooting them. 2 for 7 from beyond the arc for Gabe Vincent. Coach Spo must have told him, hey, baby, you got the green light today. Let them rip. Let them rip. He's definitely letting them rip, though. Jalen Brunson operating in that mid-range. There's another rebound for Jimmy Butler. Oh, knock it down, Love. Damn it. That would have been another assist for Jimmy Butler right there. Come on, Kevin Love. You got to make those, buddy. Look at RJ going to work on Gabe Vincent. Spoelstra's not liking what he's seeing. Timeout, Miami. RJ Barrett having himself a nice little game so far. 8 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal. Mitch Robinson still sitting at 5. Obi Toppin with 4 boards. I see you, Obi. Jalen Brunson, kind of a mediocre start so far. We'll call it 4 points, 2 assists, 0 for 2 from 3, 1 for 6 from the field. So maybe that'll be a theme today. Miami putting that defense on Jalen Brunson. Who's open for a reason? You talking about Kevin Love? Lamont's asking about Trey Lyles' points and rebounds over. Yeah, Trey Lyles actually had himself a very good game last game. I know Sabonis was in some foul trouble, so Lyles got to see a lot more court time than he'll probably get tonight. So I don't want us getting too hyped about Trey Lyles unless you think, A, Sabonis is going to be in foul trouble again, or B, you think maybe this game turns into a blowout, and then maybe Trey Lyles gets some blowout minutes, garbage time minutes. But you're liking the points and rebounds on Trey Lyles. Let's go take a look at that one. It looks like, based on the odds right now for Trey Lyles, at 11.5 points and rebounds, 50.1% chance that he goes under. So not looking like a strong overplay. Really, it's about a coin flip. You got a 50.1% chance for the under, 49.8% chance for the over on Trey Lyles. Let's check some projections, though. Like I said, I wouldn't get too hyped about Trey Lyles. The reason he really went off in that last game was obviously Sabonis's minutes were reduced because his butt was glued to the bench because he couldn't keep his hands to himself and got into some foul trouble. So, I mean, if that happens again tonight, Sabonis commits fouls, then, Trey Lyles will step into a bigger role like he did in the last game. But he's projected for 10.9 right now. Second projection on Lyles has him at 13. So you're seeing some projections in two different directions, we'll say. And then last but not least, a projection of 11 rebounds and points and rebounds for Lyles. So that's kind of what you can kind of expect based on these projection models. You got 11, you got 13, and you got another 11 here. So just be careful with that one. I don't know that that's looking fantastic so far. Val says, too many dribbles before the shots after the handoffs from Jimmy and Jalen. Yeah. Well, I like the fact that Jimmy's at least got the basketball in his hands as much as he does. He's kind of the de facto, we'll call him like a point forward, right? Without Kyle Lowry in the starting lineup, without Tyler Harrow in there, Jimmy's pretty much running point. And Gabe Vincent, although he might be listed as sort of the point guard, operates more as a shooting guard, like an undersized shooting guard. So Butler's usage is phenomenal, though, so I feel pretty good about the assists. You're seeing a lot of potential assists or assist opportunities from Jimmy Butler early on. So as long as, he keeps that up, we'll be in good shape. But, yeah, 4 boards, 2 assists for Butler so far. He's already got 6 rebounds and assists. Not doing a whole lot of scoring, 1 for 4. We talked about Jimmy Butler under points today. So far, the under on 30.5 points looking like a good move, but you never know with Jimmy Butler, right? He could get hot pretty quick. All right, one of our other picks just checked into the game, Kyle Lowry. Remember, we took Kyle Lowry for less than 1.5 3-point makes. So we need Lowry to do the least today. Not the most. We need him to do the least. No threes for Lowry. Ooh, there's Caleb Martin for 3 from the corner. He missed that one. We considered taking Martin under 8.5 points. Look at Obi Toppin flying through the air. Former dunk contest participant, Obi Toppin. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me, by the way. 101 of y'all. We're just chilling, watching a little bit of this Miami Heat, New York Knicks game. Still taking some questions. Ooh, Lowry had the 3. Damn it. There's the first 3 for Lowry. Oh, that didn't even look like it was in rhythm. He caught, thought about taking it, jab stepped, and then decided to reset and take it anyway, and he knocked it down. Well, that's not good. So Lowry gets an early 3. It would be nice if his foot was on the line, wouldn't it? Man, I was really hoping Lowry was going to pass up on that 3. So close. All right. Y'all got to clamp Lowry now. He already knocked 1 down. Ooh. Listen, don't sleep on Isaiah Hartenstein, man. Young fella's a good defender in there. He just got a piece of that Bam Adebayo little shimmy shake jump hook that he tried. There's Obi Toppin again. Bang. Obi Toppin ready to step up and rise to the occasion. All right, Jimmy. Y'all need to do something. Miami's starting to fall behind. He got Josh Hart jumping. Yeah, man, that Lowry 3 wasn't even that thing wasn't even in rhythm. Lucky. He's lucky. He's lucky. Randall a DNP? Yeah, Randall did not play today. Obi Top, real name, no gimmicks. Shout out to Obi Trice. Some of y'all probably don't even know who Obi Trice is. Y'all young bucks out there. Probably know Obi-Wan Kenobi more than you know Obi Trice, right? Everybody knows Obi-Wan Kenobi. Well, most people do. There might be some people who don't know who Obi-Wan Kenobi is. Who we worried about? We're almost through the first quarter. Who we worried about so far? Not necessarily, in our entry, but just in general, who's scaring you right now? Did anybody out there take like Jimmy Butler over on points? He's only got 4 through the first quarter. He's played the entire first quarter. If you had Jimmy Butler over anything regarding his points, you might be a little bit worried. You worried about Lowry on those 3-point makes? I hear you. One more and he's over. Yeah, he's 1 for 2. So he's attempted 2. He's made 1. And that one that he made, ugly. Duncan Robinson from... Caleb Martin's actually had some really nice opportunities, and he keeps missing them. Look at Hartenstein. Big fella. All right, Jimmy. You gonna take the last shot? Nope. He's passing it up. Yo, Lowry needs to chill. Lowry, you made your 1-3. I need you to go relax somewhere, buddy. He needs to go relax somewhere. All right, after the first quarter, here's what we got. We got Jimmy Butler pulling down the boards. He's leading the Miami Heat with 5 rebounds. Still got 2 dimes. I'm happy with the 2 dimes. Again, we took the over at 5.5. So, hey, if he averages 2 per quarter, we're in great shape. That would put him on pace for about 8 dimes. All right, I'm okay with that. We've seen some opportunities for him to get even more assists. His teammates need to quit playing around. A couple of these guys are missing some wide open looks. Y'all are saying Bam is going to sell again. Hey now. Bam will tend to kind of sleepwalk, but then all of a sudden Bam will just like wake up out of nowhere. So hopefully that's the case again today. But yeah, slow start for Bam, only 2 points, 2 boards. But yeah, we need to see him a little more active on the glass. Maybe, you know, an assist here or there. I don't think we didn't really talk much about Kevin Love. I don't think there was much interest in Kevin Love today, nor Max Strus. Considered some Gabe Vincent. Gabe Vincent's already got 8 points, 2 boards. Good start for Vincent. Caleb Martin, we were considering taking the under on his 8.5 points. He's got 1 point. He went 1 for 2 at the free throw line, 0 for 2 so far from 3, and 0 for 3 from the field. So right now, Caleb Martin's on pace for 4 points. That under 8.5 points might have been a better look than this Lowry 3-point make prop. We'll see, though. 3 more quarters to go. 3 more quarters to go, right? Long game ahead. Bam always sells me. I can't say that he always does, but he definitely has in the past. Let's check in on these New York Knicks. RJ Barrett, our thumbnail player of the day, really balling out. 11 points, 2 boards, 3 assists, and a steal. He's stepping up in Julius Randle's absence. We talked about that earlier. With no Randle in there, somebody was going to absorb more of those shots, more of that usage, and he's second on the team right now in field goal attempts behind Jalen Brunson with 6 field goal attempts, and he's shooting a very efficient 83.3% from the field so far. So RJ Barrett having himself a very good game. We considered RJ Barrett's rebounds and assists. He's already got 5 of those. I think his line was at 8.5. So good start for RJ Barrett on the rebounds and assists. Obi Toppin, probably the biggest surprise so far, 7 points, 5 boards through the first quarter. Very good start for Obi Toppin. I did mention him in that last game, in the second half of the last game with Randle being sidelined. Obi Toppin really came out and played some good minutes for New York, and he's playing some good minutes today for New York. Jalen Brunson, if anybody took overs on Jalen Brunson, I would say he could be somebody that you might have a little bit of concern with. 1 for 7 from the field, 4 points, a rebound, 2 assists. So kind of a slow start for Brunson. He's taking shots. He's just not making them at this point. 0 for 3 from beyond the arc. He's got 2 free throw makes. Josh Hart, though, 6 points, 3 boards, and an assist. He's been kind of a little spark plug for New York today in the absence of Randle. So you're seeing Barrett, Hart kind of step up. Hartenstein with 2 points, a board, and a block. Not bad there. See if Emmanuel quickly can get going here. It's Obi Toppin again, pulling one from the corner. Toppin showing no hesitant behavior at all. Jimmy's on the bench. It's already an 11-point lead for the New York Knicks. Are the Knicks for real, y'all? They beat the Cavaliers. And they're already starting a little bit of a beat down on the Heat. Heat gotta answer here. Who are they gonna run the offense through though? This is where like Tyler Herro would typically be out there with Jimmy Butler on the bench, or you'd get like an Oladipo. So it looks like they might have to run it through Bam. Hopefully it's not Kyle Lowry, right? Or if it is, Kyle Lowry's not taking threes. So you got Quentin Grimes, Emmanuel Quickly out there in the backcourt. RJ Barrett still out there. Toppin and Hartenstein. Or Stein. There's Hartenstein. Obi Toppin wide open. Oh, got to make those. There's a rebound for Bam. Hey, y'all give Bam some time to get cooking, all right? Let's not give up on Bam after one quarter. We paid for 4 quarters on Bam. Ooh, Caleb Martin wide open. Knocks down the corner. 3. That's 4 points for Martin. Remember, his line was at 8.5 today. Yeah. Jimmy was snatching all the boards up. So with Jimmy out, maybe we'll see some more out of Bam. We got what, 3 points? Or sorry, 3 boards and an assist for Bam right now. I need y'all to get all the way out in Kyle Lowry's jersey when he's behind the 3-point line. New York. That's what I need. Jesus. Got 3 Miami Heat players jumping all over Quentin Grimes. Y'all be careful. Quentin Grimes is already hurt. We don't need Grimes getting beat up even more unless you're a Heat fan. Then maybe you do like to see that. So 3 boards, 1 assist for Bam. Again, his line was 11.5 today. Whew. Man, that Kyle Lowry 3-point prop might be the one to haunt us, huh? What y'all think, man? That thing gonna come and bite us in the butt? Any other picks that you guys are liking for the later game? Let me know. $36-26, 10-point game. Yeah, Jacob, that's what I like to see. There you go, Lowry. Lowry, you can have all the shots you want if they are inside the 3-point line. Right? We're cool with that. He could take those mid-rangers all game long. RJ Barrett. Malik for the over on what? I see Fox over 1.5 steals. Boom. Bam with another dime. That's 3 boards, 2 assists now for Bam Bam. All of a sudden, he's perking up now. Y'all got to give time. Y'all got to give these things time to develop. Hey, it ain't over till it's over. Listen, I've never known Obi Toppin to be a 3-point shooter, but he's taking them today. Miami said, go ahead and take them. Right? They're leaving Obi Toppin open. Man, RJ's having a great game, man. RJ is having a good game today. Second half slip, Glow Gang. I don't really dabble in the second half streets all that much, man, to be honest with you. Quentin Grimes wide open. Listen, New York is getting some wide open 3-point chances here. You Miami Heat fans better be counting your blessings that these Knicks guys can't shoot. I wouldn't leave Quentin Grimes open too much, though. They giving Bam that rebound before the RJ Barrett foul? Probably not. He did snag that thing. He mossed him. Let's look at some, let's see. De'Aaron Fox steals at 1.5. Roy's thinking about taking the over on that one. Let's see what the odds are looking like on De'Aaron Fox and his steals. He is at 1.5 steals, 52.3% chance based on the odds that he goes over 1.5 steals. All right, so the odds are definitely in your favor. It is a plus EV play, a 2.3% edge or advantage on De'Aaron Fox and his steals. Let's pull some projections up for you. 1.6 is the first projection for Fox and those steals. Second projection for Fox, I got him at 1.2, so 1.2 being the low, 1.6 being the high. We can also check Number Fire out real quick. And Number Fire's got Fox sitting at 1.5 steals too. So it might be kind of iffy. If you play on a site like PrizePicks, which I don't think you do, Roy, but if you play on a site like PrizePicks and you're liking Fox and his steals, you might want to save that as a flex-only play. Flex-only option. Or if you play on a sports book, do they offer alternate lines on stuff like steals and blocks? Or no, because they're so low? That'd be like printing money, huh? Like if you could take Fox for over 1 steal instead of 1.5 steals, but at a lower payout. Like, do they allow that on the sports books? I'm in Florida, so we don't have sports books. Well, we don't have the ability for online sports books yet. Just only one market for steals? Gotcha. Malik Monk. We were talking about some Malik Monk over on points. Let's look at the Monk props. The most or best Malik Monk prop right now looks like the over on his rebounds and assists actually at 7.5. Now, we did look into that one. It wasn't projecting favorably, so the odds are saying take the over, but the projections did not agree on Malik Monk and those rebounds and assists. But you're asking about points. His points are at 17.5. The odds are basically 50.6. 50.6% chance that he goes under 17.5 points. So not looking great if you're thinking about taking the over. The odds are not in your favor. They're against you in this case. Let's go check some projections out here for Malik Monk. 16.4. Now, I will say this. I had Malik Monk under his PRA in the last game because he was projecting under. It was a plus EV play to take the under on his PRA, and he ended up going over. So I don't know what it is. People continue to wait for Malik Monk to have a bad game. Maybe tonight's that game. I don't know. But he is projected for 16.4 points on a line of 17.5. Second projection for Monk, 11.8. Holy crap, that's a lot lower than 17.5. And then the third and final projection for Malik Monk is 16. So 3 different projections, 3 different sites. They all have Malik Monk going under 17.5 points. So I don't know what you want to do with that, but Curry under points, rebounds, and assists. We talked about Curry. If you're looking for another Curry play, we had Curry going over 5.5 assists. That one projected well. You could still see that it is a very plus EV play, 53.7% chance that Steph Curry records at least 6 dimes. Now you're wanting to go under on the PRA. The PRA line's 44.5. The optimizer gives this one about a 50.6% chance of going under. So let's check some projections out for Steph Curry. Hard to go under on a superstar like Curry in a game that they have to win, right? But 43.2 PRA. So that is a under projection for Curry. Second projection for him, 41.6 on a line of 44.5. So that's 2 projections that have Curry going under. And then a third and final projection for Steph. They got him at 31.5 points plus 6.7 boards plus 6.1 assists. That's 44.3. So number fire's got Curry right around 44.5 PRA. For me, I'm just going to leave that one alone. I'm going to fade that one. If you're looking for some Curry plays, though, Curry over 5.5 assists. We also were looking at maybe going under on Curry and De'Aaron Fox, under 7.5 3-point makes. They have those new combo category or combo props for like 3-point makes. So you can get Fox and Curry under 7.5 3-point makes. We looked at the projections on those. Both guys were projected to go under 8 3-point makes when you combine their two lines. So that could be another play. Four-man for the next game. Well, I think we've already got a few options here for the next game. So I took the Curry free square, but Curry over 5.5 assists, also a swell look. We took Draymond Green over 22.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Clay under 22.5 was universally projected under 22.5 points. And a plus EV play as well. That should go without saying at this point. Anything that I play is going to be a plus EV play, okay? I don't play plays unless they are plus EV. All right, so Miami's got Zeller out there with Martin. Jimmy Butler's back in. He just got himself an easy dunk. Bam's on the bench. Still a 10-point lead favoring New York. So you got Lowry, Vincent, Butler, Martin, and Zeller for Miami. Brunson hasn't had the greatest game, but he hasn't had to because he's had guys like RJ Barrett, Obi Toppin, Josh Hart step up in Julius Randle's absence. So even though Brunson's not having the greatest game, as you can see, New York's still up by 10. Kenya's asking about Kevon Looney's rebounds at 12.5. That was one that we have not talked about. No Looney today. Let's take a look at Kevon Looney. 12.5 boards. Optimizer gives this one about a 51.3% chance of going over. So he needs 13 or more rebounds tonight. Did Looney end up selling in that last game? I know some people were talking about Looney, and I want to say, if I remember correctly, some people were saying Looney sold. All of a sudden, Jimmy Butler finding a couple of easy buckets. Wide open Josh Hart. Man, I'm telling y'all, Miami, y'all are leaving these 3-point shooters wide open. So either you have scouted New York really well and you know none of these guys can shoot, Toppin, Hart, or New York's just having some really bad luck and these guys are not shooting well. But so many open threes for the Knicks right now. They're just missing them. This could definitely, if the Knicks start hitting these open threes, this game could definitely blow wide open beyond a 10-point lead. No, Lowry. You pass it. Very good, sir. Martin. Martin doing the most. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, the winner of today's giveaway said Looney sold. I don't know what Looney sold on, but yeah, Looney over 12.5 rebounds is a plus EV play. Let's check some projections on Looney real quick. Here he is projected for 13 boards. Second projection for Looney, 11.93 on a line of 12.5. Third projection on Looney, 11.4. So you got two projections out of three sites that have Looney going under 12.5. Maybe they took a combo prop on Looney. Maybe they took like the PRA on Looney. Ace V said Caleb Martin is showing why I mentioned he is a fade for the under on his points. What's Caleb Martin rocking with right now? Six points so far for Caleb Martin out of 8.5. Good job. Doubling Kyle Lowry at the perimeter. I think that would have been another assist for Butler if Martin would have knocked that one down. Again, the assists are there. I mean, the potential assists for Jimmy Butler are looking healthy. These guys just got to convert. They just got to make them, right? Oh, he had Martin trailing right there. Maybe he would have made the pass on that fast break. Brunson heating up. What's Brunson sitting at now? 11 points. RJ Barrett leading the Knicks with 13. Brunson right behind him with 11. Brunson, 10 field goal attempts. 4 for 10. Oh, that's why you're saying Brunson's heating up. That was a nice little layup there. Are we about to have a game 1 blowout, gang? Is this thing about to be a blowout between Miami and New York? Vincent. Ooh. Ooh. Mitch looked like he just ate a knee from Gabe Vincent. Ace V says, you got to remember Tibbs was Jimmy's coach for years. That's right. Going back to them Chicago Bulls days. Young Jimmy Butler. Jimmy's assist comes down to his teammates. That is 1,000% true. That's the only bad part about an assist prop. Oh, that's right. Thibodeau did have a brief stop in Minnesota, didn't he? Didn't last very long there. Did not work out very well, did it? Gabe Vincent, man, what was his props at? His points props and stuff. I mean, that's looking very attainable. Gabe Vincent at the free throw line. He's already got 9 points, going for 10. Yeah, Vincent with 10 points already. So the Heat have kind of 13. Must have banged a 3. We'll see. I'm streaming this, so I'm a little bit behind you guys probably. Tazio says, you said a little bit of the first quarter. Hey, man, I'm a freaking sports fan. I could sit here and watch sports. Whether the camera's on me or off me, I'd be watching it anyway. So, oh, big shot for Gabe Vincent. That's what Miami needed to kind of shift some of the momentum. Big 3. A says, I take back everything I said about Gabe as long as Jimmy's assisting. Jimmy's up to 3 dimes. All right. So we're halfway to our goal. We need 6 or more for Jimmy Butler. 142 likes today. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Sabonis, Cartier Thomaston is saying, what about taking DeMontis Sabonis under 18.5? I'm thinking that's his points line, right? Let's go look at that one real quick. Sabonis points, 18.5. The under looking like maybe the way to go. 50.4% chance of him going under 18.5 points. So you could go there. Not the worst play in the world. Not the most optimal play in the world, right? Not the most plus EV play. I'm repositioning my my mobile device so I can better see this game and so I can get me some of this water because your boy's thirsty. Stay hydrated, my friends. Let's look at some Sabonis projections on his points. I don't think we've ever looked at that one today. Sabonis projected for 20.7 points on a line of 18.5. Well, that is not good news. Second projection for Sabonis is right at 18.5. Third projection for Sabonis sitting at 18. So you got 18, 18.5, and you got a projection to 20.7. So I'm going to probably just stay away from Sabonis. He has had some struggles, we'll call it. Some struggles, right, in this series. Let's go pull Sabonis up real quick. Versus Golden State, last 5 games. He hit earlier in the season. He had 19 and 19, but in these playoff games, not so great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 10, or 5 out of 9, rather. 5 out of 9 covering 18.5 points. So you can kind of see what he's done here. He's especially struggled from what it looks like in this playoff series on the road. Sabonis at home versus Golden State, though, he's hit the over in 3 out of 4 games. 3 out of 4 against Golden State at home this season. When he's on the road, his last 3 games on the road, he's 0 for 3. So that's kind of the situation with Sabonis versus Golden State. I'm going to leave it alone, though. I don't think I'm going to play that one. Other Sabonis plays, maybe the rebounds on Sabonis. He's at 12.5 boards, 53.1% chance that he goes over 12.5 rebounds. Let's look at those. Here's a projection of 12.4. Second projection for Sabonis has him at 13.3, we'll call it. Third projection has him at 13.3. So, yeah, Sabonis over 12.5 boards. I mean, that might be a better move. If you're concerned that maybe he doesn't do so much scoring, you could go over on the 12.5 rebounds. Got a 53.3% chance of that one coming up. I don't mind Sabonis for over 12.5 rebounds. Taking a look here. Fourth projection has him at 13.7 boards. So, yeah, maybe you go Sabonis for more than 12.5 rebounds versus taking the points. He has not hit his rebounds in 3 straight games, and he's only hit it once out of the last 5 games versus Golden State. So, little concern, man. Sabonis hasn't had the best series versus Golden State today. Where are we at here? We got Jimmy Butler, 8 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, 2 steals. So he's filling it up. So if you took some fantasy scores for Jimmy Butler, especially like first half fantasy, you're in pretty good shape right now with Jimmy Butler. Gabe Vincent, 14 points, leading the Miami Heat in the scoring category. There's another bucket for Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson finally starting to getting a cooking here. He's got 13 points. Him and RJ both with 13 apiece. Got to keep an eye on Kyle Lowry, man. Keep an eye on Lowry. One more 3 for him, and he sinks our battleship. We don't want that to happen. He's 1 for 2 from beyond the arc. He's allowed to have 1. He got that 1 early, but he cannot have 2. Bam's back out there. We need some rebounds and assists from Bam. Ooh, Lowry with the pump fake. Get that out of here, boy. Nice block by Mitchell Robinson. Did you say 2 steals? Yeah, Jimmy Butler. The sky is blue, and Jimmy Butler has 2 steals once again. Brunson needs to chill out. Why does Brunson need to chill out? Did you take the under on something for Jalen Brunson? If you took the under, what did you take the under for on Jalen Brunson? Butler at the free throw line. He kind of started out quiet in that first quarter, but looks like he's starting to get it going. 9, 6, and 3 for Butler with 2 steals. Butler missing the second free throw. I'd like to see a couple more rebounds and or assists for our guy Bam Adebayo. 5's okay, but going into halftime, I'd like to see him at 6, 7. Damn. Kyle Lowry, I don't know, man. You might be losing a step. Jalen Brunson's going right around you, buddy. Oh, look at Lowry. Come on. Don't let him shoot that 3. There we go. New York's a tough defensive team, man. Tough defense from New York so far today. Got Mitchell Robinson in there. When he's not in, you got Isaiah Hartenstein in there. Both these guys, man in the middle. Got a lot of scrappy wing defenders. RJ Barrett's a good defender. Josh Hart's good defender. Bam not helping us out with the assist there. Jimmy Butler said, I'll get this offensive rebound and put back. Putting the team on his back. There's a Bam rebound. Attaboy, Bam. Keep it up. Oh, yeah. Caleb Martin, 8 points already. Is that what he's got? Yeah. Probably good we didn't take the under on Caleb Martin at 8.5 points. We looked at the projections. There was 2 projections that had him going over 8.5, and then there was 1 projection that had him going under 8.5. So it was not a strong play. We kind of knew we were rolling the dice, taking the under on Caleb Martin at 8.5 points. I'm glad we took him off, though. Ace V, our resident Miami Heat fan, says, if you are playing second half for this game, or if you need some notes for the next game, Caleb Martin and Kyle Lowry closing in place of Love and Strus. All right. There's Emmanuel Quickly. Somebody mentioned Emmanuel Quickly earlier. Emmanuel Quickly doing work. Get me one more rebound, Bam, or an assist. I'll take either one. Now, I know I saw Bam Adebayo grab another rebound. NBA.com still got him at 3 boards. I am 1,000% sure I saw him get 4 rebounds. 1,000% sure that Bam got a 4th rebound. Oh, Kyle Lowry, you... All right, we're going for 2x. Jeez. Lowry. All right, Lowry. I remember that. You owe me next time. Next game. But what about that Bam rebound? What happened to that? He grabbed a 4th rebound. All right, Tyrese, I'm not crazy, right? I did see Bam get his 4th rebound. Yo, they need to stat correct that ASAP. They owe us a rebound for Bam Adebayo. They owe us a rebound for Bam Adebayo, y'all. NBA.com is still showing 3. 5 rebounds and assists for Bam. He should be at 6. PrizePicks also has him at 5. Nah, man. They owe us one. They owe us one. Halftime picks? You talking about second half picks? I don't know, man. Y'all really want to get crazy and do some second half stuff? What do y'all think about the second half plays? Anything jumping off, standing out to you? I mean, Mitchell Robinson's more of a first half player, right? Maybe he goes under something in the second half. What do they have for Mitchell Robinson? Under 13.5 fantasy? That could be a move. I mean, he had 23.7 against Cleveland in that closeout game, but if you look at the previous 4 games, I mean, 8.6, 10.4, 6.2, 12.2. What do y'all think? Maybe like an under on Mitchell Robinson's fantasy score? I know. Kyle Lowry did too much. Watch him not hit another 3. Now I'm rooting for Kyle Lowry to hit like 10 threes. Because I don't like losing by 1. If you're going to beat me, if I'm going to lose on a prop, please don't let it be by the hook. Lowry, go out there and knock down 3 more threes so I could be like, damn, I was just way off. We were just way off. The projections were way off. The odds were way off. I'd rather lose like that. So go crazy, Lowry. Knock down 3 more. I don't care. But I don't want to lose by the hook. If Lowry doesn't make a second half 3, I'm going to be pissed. But yeah, what are you guys liking for the second half? Let me know. First one I was thinking of was Mitchell Robinson under fantasy score. Yeah, keep making threes, Lowry, as long as Jimmy Butler gets us some more assists, right? Are they not going to give us... They're not going to give us a fourth rebound for... Oh, there it is. All right. Thank God. I was going to say they cannot be ripping us off of that very apparent, very clear rebound that Bam Adebayo had. It's there now, though. So Bam's got 4 rebounds, 2 assists. So he's on pace to hitting the over. We need 12 or more out of Bam's rebounds and assists. Butler is also on pace with 3 assists. Remember, we took the over on 5.5. So 3 more assists in the second half. Hopefully this game stays competitive. It's now a 5-point game, so that's good that Miami got themselves back into this ball game. Jacob saying he's liking the under on Mitchell Robinson, under fantasy score. Yeah, I mean, he had that one big second half against Cleveland in the last game, the closeout game. But prior to that, I mean, 12.2, 6.2, 10.4, 8.6. So, like, if you go and go to StatMuse here, you can go Mitchell Robinson, second half FanDuel points per game average this season, include playoffs. Let's see if it'll give us what we want here. Yeah. So he's averaging... Mitchell Robinson's averaging 12.18 second half fantasy score, and his line's 13.5. So, I mean, that could be an underplay. We don't have to go all under, but Robinson under fantasy score wouldn't be a bad look. Like I said, he's averaging 12.1. His line's at 13.5. He had, you know, a big second half in that last game against Cleveland, but Steven's liking some Duncan Robinson over on what? What do they have for Duncan Robinson? Fantasy score? Duncan Robinson's not even up on the board unless they just pulled him down. Brunson over 12.5 second half points. He is at 13.5 now. Do we take the under at 13.5? That'd be kind of spicy, huh? That would be kind of a sweat, wouldn't it? Do we think Gabe Vincent keeps going here? I don't know. Caleb Martin over on points. What is his 5.5 points? Oh, no, I can't mess with that. Listen, he's had a good first half, but I don't know. I just don't see him being a guy that's going to get a lot of shots in crunch time if this game stays close. You think Kyle Lowry pays us off in the second half at 4.5 points? I think it was Ace who said that if this game stays close, that Miami would close with Kyle Lowry in there. Is that right? Ace, if you're still watching. Maybe you go that route. I mean, RJ Barrett's been just doing a little bit of everything. Can't really go off of this, though, because of, no Julius Randle. RJ's fantasy score, man, it's pretty red. But again, no Julius Randle today, so. Obi Toppin. He's played a pretty good first half. I don't know. That's what I don't like about second half is you're really like just you're really just kind of guessing. Don't see Strus getting that run. Heat didn't sign him to sit in this situation. Got you. So you're thinking maybe like Strus goes under and Lowry maybe over on like points? Is that all they have up is Lowry for points? Yeah. I think they pulled, no, they still have Strus up at 4 points. So maybe you go something like less on Strus and over on Lowry at 4.5. Could be close. What do you think about that, though? Steven thinks Strus is going to heat up in the second half. Well, I mean, he's had 7 against Milwaukee. Outside of that, though, he had 2-0-0 and 2-0-0 and 3 in that Milwaukee series. So he's a 3-point shooter. I mean, you know, 2 threes and boom, he's over real quick. But yeah, Ace says he's not a big second half player. It's all sketchy because of Spo and Tibbs, masterminds. I hear you. What about Kevin Love? Like a Kevin Love under, maybe? I don't know. I don't love Caleb Martin, though, at 5.5 points. I don't love that. I mean, maybe he does get 3 buckets, but I don't know. I just don't trust that guy. Anything else standing out to you guys? Like I said, this is total degenerate gambler moves right here. If you're taking anything in the second half. Torrance says he thinks Kevin Love's getting some boards. Okay, interesting. Josh Hart. I love taking some unders on Josh Hart. He's playing well today, though. I don't know if today's the day to take the unders on Hart. What did he have in the first half? He had 6 points, 4 boards, 13. So 13 PRA in the first half. He's at 13.5 in the second half. I don't know, guys. Total degen moves here, though, for sure. If you're playing any second half props, congratulations, you are a degenerate. I might put something light on it. Something light on this, though. Quentin Grimes at 4.5 points. Think Grimes is kind of phased out, being that he's coming off the bench. He only played 6 minutes in the first half. Had 4 points, 6 minutes and 27 seconds. Played in the first half. I like, I don't mind that. I don't mind Grimes under 4.5 points. So we got 1 over, and it's Kyle Lowry for 5 or more points. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need one more, at least one more pick. I want at least a 5, maybe even a 6 pick. Brunson up to 14. Controversial move here. I'm going to take Brunson under 14. Thank you for everybody who took the over. I'm going to take the under now on Brunson and hope that he stays under 14 points. He had 21 in Cleveland, but since then he's went under 14 in 4 straight games. Those were all against Cleveland, though, so I could be playing with fire on Jalen Brunson. Yeah. I'm crazy. I'm crazy for taking the under on Brunson, right? It did get bumped up, though, so I kind of like that. All right, I'm just gonna put something very light on this. Like I said, not going crazy with this. $5 is all I'm putting on this. Oh, they just bumped Mitchell Robinson's fantasy score down. Bastards. They bumped Robinson's fantasy score down from 13.5 down to 12.5. Damn it. Well, we missed out on that one. His points are still up there at 3.5. What did he have in the first half? He had 4 points in the first half. Yeah, I can't mess with Mitchell Robinson. All right, well, that's the sign from the betting gods. They took my Mitchell Robinson play. All right, gang, I'm getting out of here. Good luck in your second half bets. I appreciate everybody who hung around and hung out with me. We will be back doing this again tomorrow. I appreciate all your support, and good luck for the rest of the day. Okay, guys? Peace.